we will pivot to the world of basketball. Let's build a couple rosters, guys.
Let's go.
We will
All vibes.
start.
You know me.
We will. Oh my God. We will start with the ideal Team USA roster for 2024. Do you all have your players? Do you all have thoughts of who should be on the roster?
I got a mental vibe note.
Yeah.
Start us off, Gil. Go ahead with
You're gonna start me off with 12 players? Oh, I was just gonna go off with.
You can give us a few. Give us a few that should be shoe-ins.
Okay. Okay. Bet. Let me go. Ant.
Shoe-in?
Shoe-in. I mean, he proved himself. You need young legs. I mean, like, granted, the game slows down in FIBA ball a little bit more, and it takes, some strong guys. But Ant will be at least the last guy on that roster that we need. I'll take it. Because if it's looking like LeBron is coming, if it's looking like Steph is coming, if it's looking like KD wants to play, I'm giving them all of a roster spot. Absolutely. I don't care how old they are. And
didn't those guys commit?
I know.
They committed.
Verbally, yes.
I thought they're verbal commits.
Yeah. So, like, Bron, KD, Steph, Ant, and then at 5, because I would damn near have those as my starters. Steph at point, Ant at 2, Bron at 3, KD at 4, 5, Joel Embiid. Boom. Yeah. Here's my starting 5.
Did Joel decide who he's playing for?
He's playing with
Team USA.
Shit.
Team USA.
Yeah. Correct. If you have that starting 5, I'm taking Bobby Portis. I'm taking Brook Lopez. I'm taking you could fill up the rest of the team with whoever. You can get Gogan Butatste. I don't even know if that man's American, but you could fill it up with anyone else outside of that. If that's your starting 5, good luck. So there's my guaranteed 5.
Okay. So we have I'm putting in the chat. We have Bron.
Yes.
Who else did you say, Gail?
Steph. AD. Kate. Sorry. Anthony Edwards. AE. I meant to say KD. And then
AD is going to be in the conversation. Let's not act like he won't be.
He'll be there for a game, and then that plus sign about to pop up.
Come on.
But he needs an off season to rest.
He'll try out. He'll be in the conversation to make the roster.
Reserve.
Sure, absolutely.
His body, yes. Reserve his body, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we got Bron, Steph.
I think you could throw AD on there.
AD.
And these are for starters, right?
Just shoe-ins for the roster. Because it's they're going to stop at 12, right?
I think
roster at 12, right? Yeah.
Is Book committed?
What does it say?
Does he get in over Hallie? Juicy.
You need.
I don't know. Hallie's made a large case for himself.
Why not both?
Depends on how you. Okay, so let me ask this question: does Dame make this roster?
If he wants to, yeah.
I'd say no.
Why?
Why?
Based off how he played last FIBA ball, I think that his game doesn't serve Team USA how it should when it matters. And I say that because it was more physical ball. He wasn't getting the calls that he was looking for. And I think if you have Hallie offensively, we run how we should. I think the game slows down more with Dame, but I don't think that he's going to be able to create how he's used to in NBA ball. And I think where Hallie would probably run that a little bit better, and same with D-Book, personally. Based off what I saw when he played last time. It was Drew Holiday's team, it was KD's team. That was what I remember when I was staying up till 3 a.m. watching those games. It just didn't seem like, not that his first step wasn't there, but it's just that I think he is somebody that plays to his advantages and strengths. And in the NBA, it's like how he's able to get a call and how he's able to affect the game in that way. And I don't think he gets those calls in FIBA. And then he's not a defensive plus either. So I think that is why if I'm going younger and faster. And I'm giving Dame a year to rest after we get this shit.
Like how you threw that in there. Um. Okay, other names to round this out. So if we know Bron, if Bron wants to play, of course he's gonna play. Same with Steph. I think Bron, Steph, and KD, if they all, of course, commit, would likely be starters. Joel would be a starter also.
Yep.
I don't know who rounds out that starting five, but what are some other names that you think would be interesting? What are some other names that you think would be interesting for this roster that could go out and compete and bring home the gold guaranteed?
PG would be very interesting.
I think PG is a very interesting candidate.
I would like that. I'm trying to think who all fits that mold. Dang. Trying to think someone that, because Joel's great as a big, but if not AD to back him up, who is the next best American big? Are we saying it's Miles Turner? Are we saying it's Brooke?
Probably gonna be Bam.
Bam.
Oh, I would take Bam.
Bam.
Good.
Bam,
good
Bam
one.
is a great
Yeah.
international big.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good one. I
Yeah.
would take Bam.
I think Bam, because of that reason, I think Bam has a really, really good shot of making the roster because he makes sense as a perfect second unit big. And I'm also imagining if he's a second unit big and Tyrese is your second unit PG, I already like
You
it.
got D Book. I'm just going like no, like I love Dame, but I just feel like that second unit it has to be the that's him. And 6'7" guard playing defense out there can switch more. I just remember seeing that it was harder for Dame. Not that he can't turn up and go get one, but I just think it's easier when it's just flying around and then everybody can get it. My guy's left hand on his team, right? He's got
What?
deuce hands.
He's got what?
Deuce hands.
He's
Jason Tatum. Yeah.
Jason.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
just a spot. I
Jason.
forgot. I just said, they're a team. They're a team. Yeah, Jason Tatum's on.
I actually didn't think of him.
I might say Jimmy Butler's on that team as well. But wait, didn't he say he didn't care?
Jimmy probably. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, we say he didn't care about the World Cup.
He might show up in some costume. You know how Jimmy gets.
He's gonna have a nice updo.
A basket weave.
So let's do this. There was an article that there was an article that was released in October that gave an ideal 12-man roster. We can, shift and shape however we want, but these are the names that they presented: Bron, Embiid, KD, Steph, AD, Tatum, Book, Dame, Ant, and Mikal.
Yeah.
I'm throwing Bam there instead of Dame. And Hallie, is that 12? Is that you know?
I think that's 11. They had Draymond on there, but I didn't put his name down because I don't think.
Jesus Christ.
He'd be in international jail.
We can send him into wrestling.
Yeah, I don't think he should. I don't think he should go to play
boxing. Shoot.
Kickboxing.
But so I think that's 11. I don't think Mikal's spot would be solidified. I don't either. I think you could argue a lot of other players over him, not to disrespect Mikal. I just think if they're really trying to, based on how it went in FIBA, if they're trying to go superstar route, like load up on superstars, I think somebody's gonna get the nod over Mikal.
But I also think that you need those glue guys to win those games. Even though EG could play a glue guy role a lot better.
Do you not think that there are certain superstars that can become glue guys in a situation like Team USA?
No, I don't believe that that's not the case, but I think that guys like what we saw with BI, where it's like they're used to being the guy, and then they get there and they're like, how am I supposed to do it? Then, but he's a younger guy that is the number one. Older guys that just go get a dub, they've been used to being like Paul George was the second fiddle to Danny Granger for a microsecond. Bron was second fiddle to D Wade his first year in Miami, so it's like guys have been able to take a back seat so that a team can win. So I think, that they can easily do that. I just know that Mikal has done that secondary role at a high level more recently than other guys.
Yeah, and I'm not saying Mikal doesn't have a shot. I'm just saying it depends on what type of roster they want to construct, because I think that either PG or Kawhi should play. I think it just makes sense to have a two-way player like that on the roster, because I don't think there are too many that play at as high of a level as both of them play when healthy.
One more name that hasn't been named that could possibly see a team like this. He wasn't able to because of injury last time, similar to PG. This one's self-inflicted.
Jaylen Brown.
No, but great guess.
Oh.
Other former Boston Celtic didn't play with Jaylen Brown.
Self-inflicted injury. Who hurt themselves? I thought Jaylen Brown did.
Kyrie Irving.
Oh, Kyrie. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So honestly, so Braun's a lock, right? Embiid's a lock. KD's a lock.
Steph's a lock.
Steph's a lock. I think Tatum's a lock. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think Ant's a lock too.
I'll give you that.
Number one in the West, they're hooping. He is taking that leap.
So that leaves AD, Book, Dame, Mikal. We've mentioned Bam. Let's just throw PG and Kawhi in the mix. These are all players who are not Hallie. These are all players who are not locks yet. So we have 6 locks. So there's 6 more spots. So LeBron, Embiid, KD, Steph, Tatum, and Ant are all locks. Because here's the thing: if you have Embiid, you don't need AD. And do you want AD to come off that second unit, or do you want Bam to come with that second unit? Because you're not going to start both.
Bam.
They're not going to start both Embiid and AD. I don't think that makes any sense, to be honest.
It doesn't.
Yeah, I think Bam. Like I said, whoever will be able to be healthiest throughout the entire FIBA Cup, I will take. Give me Bam Adebayo.
But I mean, they won't be. Will they play in a FIBA Cup before they actually play in
the Olympics? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My mind is still stuck with FIBA Cup. Yeah, I'm taking the healthiest player in the Olympics.
So let's say, are we saying AD is off this roster that we're building?
For me, yes. It's like entirely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Personally, I'm taking Bam over him if I have to pick a big.
Yeah.
So are we locking Bam in then because of that?
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Okay. Another wing. You got Book, Jimmy, PG, Kawhi, Mikal. I'm gonna lock for this roster.
I'm gonna take Book, because I think he can handle that point responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
In that too. I think that time that he's had in Phoenix right now is gonna help him be in that position more. And like, if you're asking who's gonna play that role better, him or Jimmy, I'm gonna pick the guy that can shoot. So
fair. So is Jimmy out of it?
Let's hold on to that. I'd say, what do you say, Ashley? I think he would be based off what he said, but
yeah, if I'm choosing between Book and Jimmy, I don't think Jimmy's game, the same way you feel like Dame's game wouldn't serve Team USA, I don't think Jimmy's game would serve a Team USA.
Yeah, unless he was like Jimmy from Chicago, where it's like he's gonna go out there and just defend.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
fair. So taking Jimmy and Dame out of the running is what it sounds like. They can always come back if we don't like.
Yeah.
So right now our locks are Bron and B, KD, Steph, Tatum, Book, Ant, and Bam. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's 8.
Bet.
So still got PG and Kawhi out there. Got Hallie, Kyrie, Mikal. Also feel free to throw names out there.
I'm gonna take PG.
Yeah.
I think PG makes that list.
PG over Kawhi, or are you taking both?
I think we take PG and we let Kawhi rest for the Clipper season.
Yep. Same.
Because I don't think they're going to send two of their guys. Be like, yeah, hey, both the injury prone guys go crazy. No,
I mean that
especially with what happened to PG last time. I think for him, it's like he gets to go get that now, which he didn't get to do last time. So it's a good story.
Yeah. That's 10 locks. No, that's 9 locks. Sorry. Would Mikal, Hallie, and Kyrie round out the 12? Or are there other names that should be thrown into the mix? I've heard names like Paolo. I've heard names. I've heard Trae Young's name floated around. I don't think it makes the most sense, but I get it.
I think you might need AD.
Okay.
Just for the thought process, if we ever see France, Spain, is it slow? Goodness, where's Jokic from?
Serbia.
The Baltics. Yeah, Serbia.
The Baltics.
we need some bigs, and I feel like that team is a little on the small side. So I think you need like one more to fill that role. Shea?
He's Canadian.
Damn, I know. I'm thinking North America. Damn.
So,
damn, you're right.
Should Harden have a case for Team USA?
No, sorry. That was easy.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
What about a Donovan Mitchell?
Juicy.
He's gonna play some defense.
I like Donovan Mitchell for this roster. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
I like
one of those
unit
that we could just throw a lob to. Be like, yep.
Mm-hmm.
But am I taking? So are we going the Donovan route over Mikal, over Kyrie, and also is Hallie a lock?
Too soon.
Yeah, Hallie's not a lock. I'm taking a Donovan. Well, Donovan and Mikal, I don't think they offer the same thing.
Low key, you could fill this roster out with both.
Yeah.
And then
Kyrie.
Say it all the way through if that's the 12, because that's not bad.
So you say lock in Mikal and Donovan Mitchell?
What does the 12 look like with them on it? I just want to know. Like team construction.
If this is the 12, and y'all can maybe count for me, LeBron, Embiid, KD, Steph, Tatum, Book, Ant, Mikal, Bam, AD, Spider, and there's one more roster spot.
Is Kyrie making it too guard heavy?
I mean, the only two other names we have are Kyrie and Hallie, so it will be a guard regardless.
Was AD
I feel like from a wing.
He said AD.
You did? Okay.
From a wing perspective, I feel like we're good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Bron, KD, Tatum, Book, Ant, Mikal.
We want to be as switchable as possible.
Yeah. If it's between Kyrie and Hallie, I'm giving it to Kyrie. If Kyrie says I don't want to play, then I'm giving it to Hallie. Hallie is like that reserve that you sit on if anybody drops out.
Fair enough. I agree with that completely. I think it'll be interesting to see what they decide to do, because obviously I think a lot will also depend on how the seasons go. Now, do either of y'all know when they have to commit? Because the
Olympics are in July.
Yeah, they have to commit before. It's going to have to be before the season's over.
Is it? Oh, yeah, because they go to Vegas, right, to train?
It's about. Yeah. Just about.
Maybe May? No, that's 2 months before. I'm shocked it's not anytime soon.
No, I think it is relatively soon coming up that they're either gonna. Well, that's the weird part, because they still have to have the tryout. But I don't know how it works. Like if they go off the 50 players that come, whatever the number of players that come to the tryout versus like who they end up deciding on. I don't know how those names and those numbers are decided. But I think that I don't know. I don't know how that commitment looks because they probably won't start like practicing and stuff until, of course, after the NBA season. But if y'all remember in 2016, like when Bron and them won, they had to go. Well, all of them did. Bron, Kyrie, Steph, Clay, I think they all had to go like right after the finals, like the day after or something like that. Same, I think when Drew and them end up
for the World
Bucks
Cup.
won.
Yeah.
Like one of those. So I think it's relatively quick in terms of the NBA season into having to prepare for the Olympics. But I don't know when the deadline is for them to actually decide and commit, and I don't know when tryouts are. But I think that timeline plays a role. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I was gonna say because, like, if Bron gets into deep waters, he's probably gonna be like, "Yeah, rest is key for my body. I'm year 21. He's gonna say he's got his piece already formatted on Instagram, so it'll be interesting to actually happens.
Right. You know how the USA gets, right? They did this in 92. They did the same thing in 08. Like when it seems like we aren't the powerhouse in the world anymore, usually because we do what we did. We send some younger role players to FIBA. They don't come back with the gold. And then we'd be like, well, we got to go send the Avengers now because we're the USA and we have to be the best, of course. So if that's the roster they are trying to construct, I think it's gonna look something like the 12 names that we've settled on. Somewhere close. I think a lot of those like first 4 to 6 that we said are locks. Like I said, they've all pretty much committed, and I mean they are the stars of the league, so it pretty much makes sense. The American stars, that is. But yeah, that's Team USA. Definitely looking forward to hearing more about that.